What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course for yet another Formwork Friday. Today we are trying to work on the brace. I'll show you what I mean. Last week we were really working on the footwork and trying to plant and make sure that you're on that foot but still having enough motion to come through. That way you're not standing on your back foot and then throwing and then just ending up here, right? You need to have enough motion and enough momentum that your left foot is going to come forward, theoretically speaking. The problem I've been having is that when I come forward, I get that brace, this stops, this doesn't stop. So a lot of times I'm throwing my shoulder, I'm throwing my upper body down the fairway instead of bracing my legs and my upper body so that just the arm is creating the whip. It creates a little bit of problems with hyzers, specifically release angles, release points, and also when I go to hit that really hard and I go to throw really, really hard, I come through and then my wrist rolls. So I'm throwing on hyzer, but then at the end, I'm adding a lot of torque that's going to try to turn it onto anhyzer. I've been doing a lot of my form work with putters and mid-ranges. Now we're stepping up to fairway drivers. These are the Eagles. And the reason we're doing Eagles is because I use a different grip with my putters and mids than I do for my drivers. So I want to make sure that I'm getting the proper grip along with everything else coming into place. So here's the short pad for hole 12. Doesn't matter where they go. Remember, as long as you can pick them up, doesn't matter where they go for form work. Just gonna throw all three of these and try to make sure that I'm hitting my hip point with my hip and also hitting that brace and that hip point with my shoulder and letting just the arm come through. We're gonna throw all three of these and then I can look at the rollback because I don't know until I look at it on camera, trying to figure out what the feel versus real aspect is. I think I came forward on that one. Gonna go pick up the discs and play some more. I don't know how many of the people that actually watch my videos have watched around a lot of the other disc golf content. Anthony Bedanza with Bedanza Disc Golf, he did something that very similar, and he found that he was trying to throw with his body instead of throwing with his arm and trying to rip his body through the shot, when in reality you need your body to move up to a certain point and then it needs to stop so that your arm can do the whipping and the fast motion. Still working on that. And I think it's because when I'm throwing anhyzer, I have a hit point and I have to hit that point. And if I don't hit that point, it's just, who knows where it's going, right? With hyzers, I just haven't had as much time or practice or 18 years of playing, throwing and focusing on hyzers. I've been focusing on the anhyzer release. And it's kind of biting me right now. So, gonna try to focus on that hit point exactly where I want it to be, but also instead of throwing my shoulder forward, I almost want to throw my shoulder up, because a lot of times my drivers actually come out nose down, and a lot of times I get as much distance with my drivers as I do with my mid-ranges because I throw the mid-ranges higher up in the air. Drivers, I don't really throw them as high in the air, so I need to focus on pushing the ceiling a little bit more. Felt like I stood up a little bit more out of that. That was on anhyzer, so it makes sense if it looks a little bit more the right way. That looked better. That felt like it looked better. That sounded wrong. So the two anhyzers, I stood up out of them. The hyzers, I'm still throwing my shoulder forward, so I'm gonna really focus on keeping my shoulder from moving on this throw. Wide open downhill hole in front of us. Let's try to go for a distance type of shot, but still keep standing up out of that shot. There's my anhyzer release though. You get a great little flex out of it. Yeah, my miss release is an anhyzer. So that's why I typically just tend to throw anhyzer, because if I mess up, I'm already throwing on anhyzer. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment down below, especially if you're going through another form change or something that you're working on. Make sure to comment down below, maybe I'll make a video about it. Until next time, guys. Let me throw this one first. Until next time, guys. See you out on the course.